Welcome everybody to Totally Experts. He's T Sap. I'm Shane. Sap, we've been out for a while, not recording any episodes. Just to be honest, mostly just because you've been busy with basketball season, which also meant I was busy. Not as busy as you were, but still, we were all kind of busy there. So we decided to take a break, let the season end, and then there's been some sickness and stuff going around, stuff like that. But we're back today to give our opinion and our expertise out there to anybody who's willing to listen.
That's right.
So, first of all, real quick, this weather needs to make up his mind. We've
That's a
been
fact.
80 degrees this week. Shorts, short sleeve shirts, shorts, all that stuff. And then now today we're back in hoodies. Last night I even put a hood up over my head, and I rarely do that anyway.
Well, I just had to put
And
a
then
hood
I
over
think,
my head last night because I'm still nursing this upper respiratory ear infection thing, and that wind was
yeah,
killing my ears.
yeah. We'll get into where we were at, where the wind was whipping here in a little bit, but and then today it was this morning. It's cold. I guess it's supposed to get back warm again, and then some storms. So weather needs to figure out what's going on, but that's Tennessee for you.
That's right.
All right, so let's talk about basketball.
Yep.
And it's been 2 weeks now since the
Thursday
season
was two
ended.
weeks. Yep.
Okay, okay. So 2 weeks and a day or 2 days now since the basketball season ended. Let me give a quick recap here. So since the last time we've been on, one district, one region, one sub-state
Yeah.
went to Murfreesboro, and first game is a rematch of the state title game from a year ago with the team that did win the state championship last year, and you know not placing blame or anything like that or looking for excuses. Just a tough tip off time. I think it was 9:15. Was that eight forty
Yeah, it's
five?
supposed to be 8:45, but it was probably about
Yeah,
9:05, 9:10 before we
yeah.
tipped.
So late night for I know those of us who are 40. But even I talked to some of the girls beforehand. Some of them girls don't stay up that late typically too.
Yeah.
So late night, unfortunately, didn't go y'all's way. Talk to us about that game there in Murfreesboro, Sad.
We got off to a super slow start. I think we was 17-5 or something. Maybe 16, 15-5, 16. I don't know. I feel like it was 17-5 though. I could be wrong.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around in there. Had a massive second quarter to take the lead going into halftime, and kept the lead for the most of the rest of the game. We turned it over four times on our last four possessions. So you're never going to win a basketball game that's close when you do stuff like that. I don't think it was anything necessarily in particular. It was just how the cookie crumbled. And but I thought I think our game plan was solid. We missed a ton of free throws. And when I say a ton, I don't know, but I mean, heck, if we hit two free throws, we win the game. And I know we missed more than two.
Right.
So, it's just little things like that. Everybody just sees the turnovers at the end, but there's a lot of, and like that's the thing that I don't want like the kids to be like stuck or hung up on. Even like last year in the state championship game, we turned it over a lot right there towards the end, gave them layups. Like everybody sees that part, like the last 2 minutes of both of those games, but there's all kinds of things that went on at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. That if one or two of those things go our way, then we win the game. We don't get out. We don't start slow and be down 17-5.
Sure.
Then it's not a situation where it's a 3 point game with a 6 point game with 45 seconds left. It's probably a 10 or 12 point game with 40 seconds left. Missed a ton of layups too. I feel like we missed enough layups to be up 15 in that fourth. Not just in the fourth quarter, but missed enough layups over the whole length of the game that we
Yeah.
probably should have been up double digits even with everything else going on. But that's why you play the game, and that's basketball. And that's why we love sports. a snippet of Rick Pitino's presser, and it really made me think about this team. And I saw that today, his presser last night, and he said that he's never had a group of guys that never fought, never argued, always got along so well together, and that he didn't think he would ever have another team like that ever. And that pretty much summed up the way that I feel. Now, I mean, they
Yeah.
might have been, some seniors holding younger kids accountable in practice, and the younger kids got mad through the
Sure.
course of the year.
Yeah.
That's part of it, right? But like, I just don't. I think that's what like upsets me the most about it being over is that I don't know that we will ever that I will ever have another team like that. I may have a team that's more talented. I may have a team that's less talented. Every team's different. Even the team that we had last year that won the state championship, this team or not won that lost the state championship game. This team, even though we didn't lose anybody, is a different team than what we had the year before. Every team, every year is different. And he was just talking about that, and he was he's like, my heart breaks for them because it's a very rare and special thing to have to try to get anybody in any form, any place in life, in a job, in sports, to get 18 people to be so in tune and be a part of something bigger than yourself. And that's what we had these past 2 years. I mean, it was I said it was something special to be a part of.
Yeah. Well, I was there. We had a first of all, shout out all of, our community.
Yeah.
Big turnout, especially for that late at night.
Yes.
Because last year when we were there, it's an excuse to get out of work, get out of school.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
everybody's wanting to be there. But at 9 o'clock at night, an hour and a half away, still really good crowd, I thought.
Yeah. Really great crowd.
You know, Same thing that we've said a million times before. Parents are there supporting. Some of the parents sometimes just as locked in as the girls are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's been fun. I agree with everything you said from the fan perspective. Sitting there, I never. And the thing with those particular girls is I never saw any heads down, no quit, just no frustration. I mean, other than just, hey, I'm mad at myself because I should have made that shot, or oh, I made
Yeah.
that bad pass, something like that. Um, Last year, for anybody who's ever been there, after the game's over, the team goes into the locker room, coaches do whatever they do, and then they come out and they meet the parents, the fans, whatever, right? And this happens after every game, and it gets a little bit rowdier the further along you go. So last year, I knew all the girls, from school, but hadn't really made relationships with the
Yeah, yeah,
girls at that point. But I would still go up. There was a couple of them I still went up to and gave a little fist bump and say good job to. Um, so and you don't have to go into particulars, but my next question is: I know what it was like out on the patio that night. Also, for the record, the Murphy Center crew kicked us all out because we
Yeah.
were the last game of the night. And so we all stood out there in the cold. Again, I was in shorts and freezing my what off. Um, you don't have to go into details because that's a private moment between coach and players. But what was that locker room like afterwards?
I mean, it's like any locker room when your season's over with, for the most part. I mean, it's, I, you try not to focus on what just happened and try to, I mean, what are you going to harp on? Season's over with. You ain't got nothing to prepare for. I mean,
Right,
and we talked
right.
about the game a little bit, but I mean, very, very minimum talk about the game. Talked about life. It's one of the things I always tell, which they had never heard this before because they didn't have any seniors last year. But one of the things, and in my high school coach, at all 3 years, I had a different one my senior year, but freshman, sophomore, junior. He always said this when we got eliminated, and now granted it was in the district tournament because we were not good, but um, but and I think it sums up this group more than any group I've ever told this to. And he always told us surround yourself with good people, and good things happen to you. And I don't think that speaks to a group more than that group, because they're all such good people. And when you surround yourself with good people, the circles that you keep and the circles that you run with impact your life more than what you think they do. And when you surround yourself with good people, good things happen to you. And they're some of the greatest people that I've ever been a part of, been around.
Yes. Yeah. I know it's probably it was different because last year, like you said, you didn't have seniors. So hey, let's tough break, talk about the game. Great season, proud of y'all. Snap and clear because we're moving on for next year.
Yeah,
This year, though, you've got what, five seniors,
5 seniors. Yeah,
five seniors. So, and most of them, if not most of them, what all of them, but one,
mm-hmm.
you've had around for 10 plus years. Whether it was they just saw you
Yeah,
around when you were helping at the elementary school or whatever. So,
yeah.
um,
Well, my first year teaching at Van Buren County, it was that these kids were in second grade.
yeah. So,
So I mean,
I can't imagine. I was going to say I can only imagine. I can't imagine because everything you've said, I agree with 100%. This group of kids, what they've impacted me just in 3 years,
yeah,
I can't imagine 10 plus years or whatever it is. Um,
11.
yeah. So it's it was tough. I'll tell you this, they see you all the time. They see Miss Lindsay all the time. They see the other players, coach, other parents of kids all the time. They see me all the time. The sweetest thing though was one of them. I won't throw her under the bus, but one of them came out and just made a beeline for my wife. And I don't know if it's just like, she saw a smiling face or whatever it was, but it was just they're all good kids. They don't meet a stranger.
Yeah,
Um, they make everybody seem important. I also have noticed there's been a couple of them that I've had in class, um, and I've complimented them on it. Like people who normally aren't in athletic circles, there's the whole stigma of
yeah,
being jocks. Not them. They tend to gravitate towards each other because they spend so much time together.
yeah, yeah. Of
But
course.
they're all open and nice to
Yes.
people who are even not even that walk of life.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, and
quick
also,
end.
in the lock, I always go give my seniors a hug, and when it's over with, and and one of them was, she said she was completely fine until I walked over there towards her, and then she started,
Yeah.
So, but I had my little moment with them there, and you told them I love them, and that I'm always here for them. All that, all that stuff. Shed some tears, like you said, when you've known, because this is probably the kids that I've known the longest. There is no me without those kids. Nobody's talking about me. Nobody's talking about 200 wins. Nobody's talking about state tournaments. Nobody's talking about Final Fours. Nobody's talking about state championship games. And my name mentioned without those kids.
So yes, where you were saying there about there is no you, it's like that official last night, like you said to me, that official recognized Kara. He didn't recognize you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He recognized one of the kids.
Well, I'm also not a
So
problem to the officials though. So
yeah, I mean that's true. But yeah, because he came up to me, he said, "That girl over there play basketball." I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, "I thought I recognized her from somewhere." I said, "Yes, sir. Yeah, she's pretty good at basketball." And he said, "Is she the one that won?" I think he asked if she was the region MVP or district MVP, and I
region,
was
yeah, she
like,
was the
"No,
region
that's."
MVP.
I said it was either I couldn't remember, so I was like,
Yeah,
"It's either her or 12 over there."
yeah. Gail was the
Um,
district MVP, and then
okay,
Kara was the region
because
tournament MVP.
yeah, because Gail got sick. Gail got
Yeah, yeah,
sick,
yeah,
and that's another thing too. Like again, we're not looking for excuses or anything like that,
yeah,
because both teams, like Kara's dad said, he was sitting across the aisle from me. He said, one team's got to win, one team's got to lose."
yep.
Um, but you know, I know you had one that was still that week had been fighting a sickness. One of your starters, key
And
starters there,
she got her
had
spit
been,
cup over on the sideline.
Yeah, been fighting sickness all week. Another one had been sick, and also I didn't know this until she told me, just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Was still feeling the effects of the ankle that she rolled in the region
Yeah.
championship game. So, but they cut it out. You'd have never. I mean, I knew about the one just because I'm at school, but I didn't know about the other until afterwards because she's playing flag and asked to rest during practice, which no, not a big deal. But
Yeah.
a lot of adversity there at the end of the season too, that y'all overcame.
Hey, I mean, that's
Um,
once again your whole life's adversity. It is what it is. You just gotta
yeah,
you gotta do it. And like you just said about Stacy there, that one team's got to somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. And when you get down there, everybody's good, and you don't play your best, you go home.
right, yeah. I will say, I know pre-game a lot of times while they're doing their warm-ups and stuff, you're kind of either talking things over with Miss Lindsay. Sometimes you're coming over there to chit chat with, me or Seth or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So, our perspective up there in the bleachers can be different than your perspective. And I will say that game, like we all kind of knew what was going on with Gail, and felt bad for her first and foremost, just because she looked and we knew she felt terrible. But she looked terrible as well. And so whenever it was kind of like pretty clear, she came out and she was not in her uniform. And it so became pretty clear that she at least wasn't going to start.
yeah,
One of the girls was, I'm not going to say not, she was like, oh my goodness, because she was supposed to be playing light minutes too.
yeah,
And so you could kind of see she was stressing a little bit. And 44 was like, hey, we got this. It's okay.
yeah.
And 33 and 19, I think, is what 44 got that night. So
33 and 21 official stats for
33.
Max Preps.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
33 and 21. So she did have it.
yeah. No, she
so,
she she had a heck of a game for sure.
yeah. So it's just good to see, like, hey, I mean, I know at times as coaches, you may have to say the right thing here or there. But if you have a mature enough team, which, you know, you did, they handled it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
good to see.
you got the head coach cleaning up throw up on the way down there on the bus. So it's just all kinds of stuff going on that
And me driving right by you and not thinking thing about it, and then you're like, well, you didn't want to check and see if we needed help or anything, and I was like, I just thought y'all stopped to get a cold drink or something.
I was getting a
So
cold drink, Gatorade for her.
yeah. So anything else you want to add to basketball before we move on? Because I know that's look we're but to be real, be honest, where we're at, basketball's king. So I
Yeah.
don't want to give it a disservice by turning the page too quickly.
Um, I don't think so. I mean, like, a lot of people probably be like, think that, you return everybody and lose in the first round. Like that's an unsuccessful year. But I mean, anytime it's so hard, man. Anytime you make it down there, that's a success, regardless of what you did the year before.
Yeah. How many 1A teams or how many teams per classification get
8,
in? So eight. So
8.
you're one of the top 8 in your state, in your class,
If you make it down there, yeah,
if you make it down there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And actually, I seen a poll just 2, 3 days ago, like a
yeah,
final poll,
yeah. We were the 5th.
and they had y'all 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So still a good season.
No, I mean, it's still. I mean, like I said, anytime. I mean, even obviously we want to make it every year, but like our goal to start every year is sub-state game at home.
Yeah.
Like win or lose. You win, you go to Murphy Center. You lose, you lost your last game on your floor.
Yeah.
And that's and just being able to have a sub-state game at home is super special because that group only had 2 of them. The other 2 times we went, we had to go on the road and win. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, it feels like it always feels good to win that sub-state game, but there's just something about going on the road and doing it too, though, that
Yeah. No, for sure.
is, it's one of those things like, once you do it, you just nothing else satisfies the I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like the hunger, like it's especially once you play in a state championship game too, you're like that's it. Like that's where
Yeah.
if I don't get back there every year, then it's just not been successful, and that's like that's not true, but like that's like the drive, that's the hunger, that's the I guess empty hole of I don't know. What I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I just can't formulate
I
the
know what
words
you're
right
saying,
now.
yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it's just a hole that's never going to be filled.
Yeah.
Because and that's what
Yeah, 'cause-
and that's what me and Coach Sullivan talked about last year too. Because it's not like winning a state championship, like that's great, but once you win one, the only thing you want to do is win it again. Like there's no like break. It's just okay. We did it. Now it's time to go do it again, and then
Right.
then the next year it's time to go do it again. And it's not attainable every single year. It's not attainable to go to
Right.
River Center every single year. But like that's
Right.
what you gotta strive to want to do every year.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Is it's not realistic to think that you're going to go win a state championship every year. It's just
No.
not realistic.
DJ Khaled suffering from success. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like
Yeah.
And-
So
I mean, but like that, and that's well, and we've talked about this quite a bit too with in college football and other things of like. Now, obviously, Alabama was Alabama, but like nobody had done anything in Alabama since Bear Bryant until Nick Saban got there, and then it's like Kalen DeBoer comes in. They're back to average, and these people are throwing a fit. Like you're suffering
Yeah.
from it's not sustainable.
yeah.
It's never going to be, and that's what you got to tell yourself, and that's what I got to tell myself, or I'll drive myself bonkers. Because
Yeah, no, for
like
sure.
I mean, obviously, I know we've talked a lot about the kids and stuff too, and it's about them. It's more than just winning, but like still, that's what you're trying to do.
Yes.
It's my job to win games.
Yeah.
It's my job to teach them about life too, but it's also my job to win games. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't like to lose
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, and like that's the thing too is like, and like we see these people that like, on social media and stuff, they be celebrating over a regular season win and all that stuff. Hey, that's great. Okay, but that's not who I'm ever going to be because that's what I'm supposed to do. We don't get roses. We don't get flowers for just doing what we're supposed to do because we've been there, done that. Once again, it's an
Yeah.
expectation, and
Yes.
and
It's the standard.
It's a standard. It's an expectation. It's a standard. It's there. And we
Yeah.
talked about that on the radio show that I went on this week too.
Here
About
we go.
Here we go. But he was talking about Simmons Says. By the way, I'll plug you since you allowed me to plug Totally Experts on the.
Here we go.
But like the pressure and all that, and the expectations. And I said that if you have no expectations, you've never done anything worth doing before. And
I saw you say that, and he got all light in his feet and fluttery because he loves you so much. I could just see he's like, oh, that's a good soundbite. I love this guy.
Well, it is a good soundbite, but I mean that's it's factual though. Of course, then I went on with like the pressure is a privilege thing, and I mean, it is like if you've experienced no pressure or no expectations, you've not done anything.
Yeah.
It's and that's life and basketball. Sports is life. There's a winner and loser in everything. That's why sports teaches us so much about life in general, is because if me and you apply for a job, there's a winner and a loser.
Yeah.
If
Well, it's like Clay Travis says, it's the greatest meritocracy that there is. You get things based on merit.
On merit.
If you do well, you achieve, you proceed. If you suck, you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way it is.
Just the way, I mean, it's just the way it is.
So,
Me and you's
you know,
competing for a bid on a project. There's a winner and a loser.
yeah, right.
You know, I mean, there's winners and losers every day in life.
Yeah. Do you think that whenever you get off that radio show, that he gets those quotes and goes up to Staples and gets a picture of you with that quote put on there and laminate and frames it in his house? His house is like TSAP quotes. Do you think that's possible?
I do not think that's possible because most of
don't
these.
know.
Because listen, I'm a coach and you're a coach. So what do we do? Everything that we see
Wow.
that we think's good, we steal
Well,
because we steal
he's
from each other.
He's got TSAP quotes and then the catch at Nunley Stadium that was apparently the greatest catch in Nunley Stadium history.
Now, did
And
Simmons?
let me just go ahead and say, if Simmons says watches this, let me just bring
He
me on.
does
I'm
watch.
ready. Because no one talks about the second game. They needed the greatest catch of all time of Nunley Stadium to beat the Van Buren County Eaglets. I just put it out there. That's the first time I've said that. The second thing is no one talks about the second game where it wasn't even close, brother. But that's okay. That's okay.
Well, I see that I've done my last radio interview on Wednesday.
I mean, my goodness alive. It's just crazy.
Oh, well, at least we got us a good
Anyway.
TikTok clip out of that.
There we go. There we go. Now, one more thing about basketball before we move on, and this is just personal for me. I noticed 3 times you said Murphy Center,
Yes.
okay? And I marked it down 3 times. And then, like I said, this is just personal for me. This is a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like it when people call things the names that they're not.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Wally World. No, it's Walmart or
Wally World.
Or like
I've not heard-
Jesus Chicken when we're talking about
I've not,
Chick-fil-A. Like,
I've not heard Wally World in about 20 years.
Well, I am 40. So, or Awful Waffle. So the Glass House. I get it. It's glass on the outside. It took a lot of forethought to come up with that nickname.
Yeah.
But
Einstein figured that one out.
I hate it when I hear going to the glass. Okay, so when I was overseas, I came home and someone's like, "You been over there to the sandbox?" And I can't stand it. And so
Yeah.
I'm glad for the record that you said the Murphy Center 3 times.
Well, see, I don't like calling it the Glass House either
Okay.
because
What's your reasoning?
That's not what it's called.
Yeah,
It's not its
we're good.
name. Whoever Murphy is, we're doing a disservice to them.
Yeah.
No, that place is named after some guy named Murphy. I don't know who you
Yeah,
are. You may have been fantastic, but like when we call it the Glass
But who
House,
knows?
the Murphy, the Murphy guy or gals getting no love.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
never
got to
thought
give
of
we
that
got to
one.
give the
You're right.
Murphy guy their flowers.
Hey, justice for Murphy, as some of our girls will say, justice for Murphy. Wow. No, I kept hearing that like, oh, Glass House. And I told Chloe, I was like, don't call it that around me. Just
Yeah, I
don't do it,
can't.
'cause I don't want to.
I just don't. I just don't like it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I just it's the Murphy Center.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you want to come up with a nickname for the tournament, that's one thing. Because like for instance, the Rose Bowl, they call it the granddaddy of them all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's still at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
They don't change anything there. So, well, before we go to flag football, though, I do want to say, in all seriousness, to Simmons says, no disrespect to the young lady who made the catch. Great catch by her part. Superior athlete there. But the rest of the stuff is just bananas. But anyway.
It was
Um,
it was wild. But you brought up good cop bad cop thing, and I want to tell a story here real quick. We're playing. This is last season. We're playing Sequatchie at home. You know this story probably.
yeah. Mhm.
We're playing Sequatchie at home, and they've got a kid that's pretty good. Last name Lee, and she's just scoring on us in buckets. I mean, and like we beat them pretty good at third place early on in the year, and anytime you do that, when you play that team again, there's some. We're gonna play. We know we ain't got to do as much. We beat them by 30 before, which irks me to no end. Go dominate the person in front of you. End of story. Doesn't matter if you beat them by 100. Dominate the person in front of you. But anyways, so we're going into halftime, and I think we're losing at halftime. I can't remember exactly. We're either losing by 2 or 3, or we're up 2 or 3, something like that. And I'm absolutely livid, losing it in the locker room. Losing it. I think it was a Squatchy game. I know I was upset at the Squatchy game, but I can't remember if it was a Squatchy game and I asked Coach Sullivan, I said, you got anything? He's like, hey, come on, girls, you got it, you're good. And we come out of the locker room, I said, dude, what was that? Like, we're playing awful. He said, yeah, but you already ripped them. Like, what do you want me to do? We both can't be the bad cop. I was like, well, fair enough,
right.
I guess.
That's true. That's true.
So, but I had to be the good cop for so long. Because of some certain situations that it's kind of a new role for me to be,
Yeah.
So, but no, that's how it has to go,
Yeah. So, flag football has started. The thing that's tough with flag football, and some schools have several people on staff. I mean, they got like it's a full-fledged tackle football staff over there, right? Well, we got me, you, and Miss Lindsay, right?
Yeah.
And so me being the head coach, I'm trying to be a part of everything, but also at the same time, I'm the D coordinator.
Yeah.
So I try to focus mostly on that and let you handle the offense, and I'll throw my 2 cents in here and there, But like, I don't see everything that's going on. Like, if the defense is out there, I don't know a lot of what's going on behind me. I'm just zoned out of what's going on.
Well, I mean, like, even though, even like, it's me and Lindsay during basketball, but like even during practice, and it's in 90 feet instead of 300 feet. And, I missed stuff at practice.
Yeah.
It's so hard for one person to see everything, or even 2 people to see everything.
Right. I'm noticing, like, for instance, the other day, you're getting ready to go on a trip, so you had to get you're getting your car fixed up, ready to go. That way it's tip-top shape for the trip. So you had to leave practice a little early. It is hard to wrangle 22 girls, because that's what we got, is 22 girls on the flag team, and just be one person.
Yes.
So I cut it 15 minutes early because I was like, we're doing this. I'm trying to call defense. I'm trying to call offense. I've got, some over here doing some stuff. So I'm like, hey, that's about as it's going to be today,
Yeah. No, it's hard.
It is.
It's hard to wrangle 16 kids by yourself.
Yeah.
On the basketball floor.
That's something we're going to have to look at next year through a variety of different ways. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. But so the flag football season started. Didn't start out, as far as like preparation, didn't start out great for us. We are in the unique position, as we've talked about, where we're a smaller school, so we have to wait for y'all to get done playing basketball. And typically, your season goes further than most girls' basketball teams do. So, but we plan for that.
Well, every kid that I have on the basketball team plays flag football now, except for one.
Yeah, I think it's like 96% of our flag football team.
Yeah, it's 15 out of the 22.
Yeah.
So whatever percentage that is.
Yeah, it just seems like more.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna start practice on. Y'all get done playing on Thursday night. I wasn't gonna be a monster, because like somebody asked me, they're like, "So flag starting Friday?" I'm like, I am not gonna be that guy. I was like, I could never. Not to mention, I mean, I had family obligations that day, but even if I didn't, I was like, I'm not gonna be that guy. Matter of fact, one of the girls, when we're standing on the patio, when I went and told her I was proud of her, stuff like that, she was like, I can't practice tomorrow. I need a mental. And I was like, do you think I'm a monster? I would never do that. So we had always planned for Monday. Well, then it's 80 degrees on Sunday, and then Monday we're out of school because we've got 3 inches of snow.
Yep.
So no practice on Monday. Still got snow on Tuesday, but we were able to practice, but inside the gym. And you know as well as I do, it's better than nothing, but not much.
It's not much.
So we really went. And then Wednesday when we practiced, We got about an hour in, it started sleeting on us,
Yep.
so we had to call it. So we were able to practice Thursday. Shout out White County for letting us come out to their practice field and practice there, so our girls could see. Because we're practicing on a softball field. Um, but fast forward to now, we started out what 3-0, okay, and then last night we've defensively I thought so far this year we've looked great. We've got a few things on offense we got to work out. Last night we played it back to back, which is tough in and of itself,
Yeah.
but our girls can handle it, and we just ran into a team. Shout out to Walker Valley that they run basically a triple option.
Yeah.
Um, and they run it to perfection. Like they know what they want to do and they do it. And we've talked about how sometimes if your scheme is good, you can outmaneuver the bodies, and that's what they did. But man, I tell you what, this year so far has been a learning experience for me because we've had uniform issues, several uniform issues. We've had to deal with the new rules. That's and just like anything else, every set of officials, every place you go, it's going to be a little bit different.
Well, especially when it's new too, that it's kind of
Yes, yeah,
it's all
yeah.
over the
Because
place.
everybody's going to have their own interpretation. Some are going to be a little bit more lax. Um, and then we've also this year we didn't really encounter this, but so far this year we've had to deal with some injuries.
Yeah.
We had one that was a holdover from basketball, so she got a practice in the other day and then played last night. And I thought she looked good, all things considering. One practice. And then we had the big injury the first night, but thankfully she's okay and she's going to start practicing some this week. I think if I can get everybody together for a couple days, doing some stuff. But I tell you what, I think we play our game. We've got a pretty solid team. The girls are having fun. They listen, for the most part, I guess. But there's some things we're going to have to tweak here and there.
I think offensively it's just like just getting reps in.
It's reps and
Just
rhythm. Is all
reps
it
and
is.
rhythm, and that was the biggest thing last
Because
night. Is when we probably ran 20 offensive plays, bro. Like you just can't
yeah,
you
yeah,
can't get into a rhythm doing that. Like it's just not.
yeah. Because the first game we get up big, I
Yeah.
pull them out because I only pull them out because I know we got that second game coming.
Yeah. Well, and like
So pull them
they
out.
they were running like a unique defense we've not really seen before too, and they got tape on us from somewhere,
Yes.
and we got none,
Somewhere.
and we had none on them to watch
Well,
before. We just had word of mouth, but they had tape on us because they knew too much about what we were doing.
Yeah. Well, and two, they could have came out. I mean, because I know a couple days before Sale Creek, I talked. We played them. He came out and watched us at Bledsoe.
Yeah.
So they could have came out to a game. But it was so windy. So passes were going to be a struggle, right? And you get stiff in that kind of weather. But I mean, too, like I said, the girls. I told them this last night when we left. I didn't see any quit. We kept trying. Defensively, and I'm not saying this because I'm the defensive coordinator, but our defense has been solid so far this year. And considering the amount of time they were out there,
Oh yeah, to hold them to 18 points. Yeah,
held them to 18 points, no conversions.
yeah, no, it was good.
Defense did solid. So, man, we hit a couple of passes, don't have a couple of drops that we don't drop. Maybe different game. I told my wife today, if you take the wind out of it and just say these teams line up and we play them 10 times, I think we beat them 5 out of 10 times.
Yeah, I think we're very
Um,
evenly matched for sure.
Yeah.
Because
But,
they were doing
so
a lot of
then-
things where they don't have to worry about the wind because they're running that triple option. They can hand and
Yeah.
throw. I mean, because
Yeah, and-
they probably only threw it for big gains like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
You know.
Like that's why I told my wife, it's like, they run, that triple option or any option because it's to put you in a rock and a hard place. You got to make a decision.
Yeah.
And that's why they do it. Teams, I was telling one of our parents last night, even the Alabamas, when they play like the Georgia States and teams like that run it, at the beginning of the game, you see the score and you're like, what is Alabama doing? And it's an adjustment. And then eventually the talent takes over.
Yeah.
But So let me ask you this. So your opinion. We go into spring break. We're 4-1. The new season with the new rules. We've got a few new players and stuff. What's your assessment of what's going on with in the state of flag right now?
Like in general in the state,
No,
or
like
just
the
with us?
state of not. Yeah, with us.
No, I mean I think we're doing good. I mean I don't remember how many game. I mean it was spring break was we didn't even start till after spring break last year because it was so
Yeah,
early.
we had 4 practices last year before our first game, but 2 of those 4, maybe 3 of those 4, 3 of the 4 were indoors.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean I
um,
mean like I said we're 4-1. We've lost one game in five, so I think
yeah,
we're doing good. We're fine, and
yeah,
that Walker Valley team is in the bigger classification. I mean if you watch the game, it wasn't competitive
right,
really, but if you look at the score, it looks competitive.
yeah,
And what I mean by if you watch the game, it wasn't competitive. It's just because I mean the offense we didn't touch the ball until 4 minutes ago in the first quarter.
yeah,
They ran 8 minutes off the clock and scored. Like
yeah,
anytime a team can do that, like it's gonna be tough. And then we went 3 and out
yeah.
immediately. So like I mean their time of possession was probably 32 minutes or 36,
Probably, if not more.
38.
Yeah, yeah,
We probably only had
yeah,
the ball 10 minutes of the
yeah,
game, if that. And the majority of that would have been that last little bit where he drove the ball down and scored, which I think was good for morale and good for everything. Hey, like we can score. But the biggest
yeah,
thing is like, and you said that today in the chat too, is that like, and that's what I told you last night on the phone. Is like that's the game. That's the regardless of what the record is or the score is. Like that's who we need to be playing.
yes, yeah,
That's who we need to be playing outside of our district because that's going to make us better. That's going to see where we're at.
mhm,
It's a measuring stick. That's why we went and played Upperman in basketball. That's why we play White County in basketball.
yeah,
To see what you're doing, where you're at. And
yeah. No,
that's why
for
you go
sure.
play harder competition.
Yeah, and we said that months ago when we scheduled that because we knew what Walker Valley was last year, and we were like, "Hey, that's going to be a good early season test for us to kind of see, where we're at." That's a team that went to the state tournament last year and stuff like that. From here on out, and I've told a few of them this. When we come back in spring break in a week, that first week is the week that's going to tell us
Yeah,
where we at because we got 4 games that week, but we got 2 teams that beat us last year, 2 teams that are going to be at the top of this district, and that's going to be the week. And then we have a kind of a lull week because of prom and stuff like that, and some rescheduled stuff, and then we finish it out with a couple more games. But we do have an outlier non-district with White County there towards the back end too. But no, I agree.
but
We're faster this year.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
go
think
ahead.
getting to 10 wins is out of the question though.
No, 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 no.
I mean, we might not, but like I don't think that's absurd to say that we can win 10 games.
No. And like I told them last night and this morning, everything that we won is still there for us. We got to show up to work. We got to handle our business right off the rip when we come back from spring break on Tuesday. We got to handle business. We got a game against a good Gordonsville team.
Yeah.
And but then we'll see. I mean, we're faster, we're tougher, we're more experienced. Shout out
Is Smith
to
County and Gordonsville playing that night too?
no. So
Oh, okay.
we're, we're playing Gordonsville there because of the reschedule because of Smith
Yes.
County's boys. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
then Gordonsville's going to leave. We're going to watch Smith play Watertown, which is good for us because we're going to play Watertown later on in that month
Oh,
as
and then
well.
we're going to play
And then
Smith
we'll
after
play.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
normally we live the
I didn't know if it was
furthest
a
we
tri
would
match or
leave.
not. That's what I was wondering.
No, no. Normally we would get to leave first, but because this is a reschedule because of that, we're kind of
I got you. Yeah, I just wasn't sure what it was, what the outlook was.
yeah, yeah. So hey, with the sport growing, everybody's better. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, for sure. Well, I mean,
I'm not trying to.
another year under everybody's belt. They're going to
Yeah,
be better,
yeah,
growing. More people are wanting to play it.
yeah,
Everybody's going to be better, and everybody's going to be, it's just what you do things more. You're going to be better at it.
yeah.
It's just the way it
That's
is.
right. So shout out. We've thrown some names out there, so I guess it's okay. Shout out Ellie Joe. last night. One of our players, she broke 2,000 yards and 25 touchdowns for her career last night. Big accomplishment, especially from a school that does not have traditional football. Like she said in the interview the other day, she still doesn't fully know what she's
Yeah.
doing. She just knows that she's got to be faster than them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a fantastic answer. I mean, I love it. Like,
Yeah.
I just know I need to be faster than them. She will do anything you ask her to do. She's tough as nails. Um, and she's just a dog, you know. So I
Yeah.
was happy for her. Um,
Girl
you know,
grabbed her ponytail last night, so
two days in a 2 out of the 3 days we've played, girl has grabbed her ponytail. And then also, man, like, what about Agata last night? Our foreign exchange student, man. They went to grab her flag. And they started yanking her shirt, and she does not know American football rules. So she turned around like she's getting ready to bow up on her.
she's ready. She was
And
doing soccer stuff. Like, get up off me,
yeah,
son.
yeah. So,
Uh,
but yeah, it's good. Also too, man. Like real quick, I loved. With having all the issues with the uniforms that we've had. I loved Walker Valley's uniforms. I know they were kind of like basic,
mm-hmm.
but I just loved that. It reminded me a lot of like Penn State. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
just
I did
kind of
not.
basic but classic.
I did not like them wearing spandex though, son.
You talking about the tight shirts?
No, they're shorts.
Oh well,
They're wearing
I don't
volleyball
think
shorts,
all.
son. Every one of them had
I don't think
spandex on. Every one of them was
you
wearing
think
volleyball
so?
shorts. Yes, every single one of them. And I mean, like, I
Because
get that. I get it. Like, people can't grab and hold you like that. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
son, that's got to be uncomfortable.
yeah. Well, I do a lot of scoping and stealing. I guess you'd say stealing ideas.
Yeah.
And so I went on their Facebook today and took screenshots of their team photos with their uniforms
Yeah, the
for
uniforms look
for
nice though.
future use. So all right, so flag
Hey,
football's gone.
and
We're on
hold
a
on.
break this week.
Speaking of the uniforms, out there on the field, you can't tell that those are red.
You can't tell, man. No, you can't tell. And look, hey, a lot of the girls don't like. Some of the girls don't like the black and the white together. Okay, but one, originally when I made the decision to go white top, black shorts, they were calling for rain. They had since taken it out,
Yeah.
but with 22 girls, don't go back on it because there'll be too much confusion and somebody will leave something at home and stuff. So I doubled down on it just because I had already said it. I didn't want to go back. Not to mention, you know, 6'3" out there has trouble with her white shorts that she cut the pockets out of and super glued them closed. So she is on a mission this week. She tells me to get some white shorts. So
Well, so here's the other thing
um,
too, though. Is yeah. Oh, I don't like the white and the black together. These jokers, when we go play summer camps, like they don't want to wear the white shorts and the white top practice jerseys together. They will wear maroon shorts and a white top.
yeah,
They don't care to wear the maroon, but they don't want to wear the white, And I'm
yeah.
like, I don't. They just
But
you wear
but
white
now
and
they're
white.
out.
You wear white and white
Now
when
they're
we in the
outside. They want
season.
to wear white and white.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
but
the white and white looks good. It does. I mean, like you said,
it looks good.
Stormtrooper. It
Looks good
it
together.
looks good. Like you said, from a distance, you can't tell that it's the wrong shade of maroon. Um, but
You gonna rock a white sport coat on the field there for our next home game there?
I will not be rocking a white. I won't be rocking any kind of sport coat. I'm not even on graduation. If you see me in a coat, you're at my funeral.
Hey,
So
I know I know we talked a lot about basketball, but I mean, what an iconic photo. All right.
yeah, well, like I told you, it's so great because I'm in the background
Yes.
doing this.
Yeah, you're back there. Me and Coach Sullivan's both doing the same fist bump.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's
yeah. Hey, on that night, that's the most rocking high school game I've ever been to.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's a bigger stage at Murphy Center, but it's like it's loud because of the music and
Yeah.
it um, that place was rocking. I was hoarse the next day.
Oh,
Um,
me too.
but So, real quick before we go, we got spring break coming up. You've got big plans. You're going to Disney.
Yep.
Um, Typically, though, um, if you weren't, we would try to do some practice and stuff. But it's a lot of people going in and out. I'm going to try to do some stuff. Um, any other plans other than going to Disney, or just go to Disney, come home, rest, and get ready for the school?
I just just going. We're driving down Monday and coming back Friday. So
Yeah.
just
Well,
just that we're going to go hit all four parks up in 3 days, and
is it just y'all, or you
yeah,
got family going with you?
that's just
Okay.
us.
I am. Well, you've seen today. I'm trying to put together. I know, if a lot of people are out, I'm trying to put together a couple of workouts. Had a few reach out already. A couple. I'm placing on rest. We're doing Ellie on rest and stuff like that. But hey, when we come back, we're in the home stretch. We'll have about 5 or 6 weeks of school left.
But what was it the other day?
Um,
50 days.
yeah, it's
Is that
well on
Thursday?
my board.
Yeah, and you're bored.
That's for graduation. So then we got that week
Yeah,
after.
yeah,
That
but
not much is going on.
no,
Um, so yeah, I think we're at if it was at 50 or 49, I think she marked off because Kara's the one that handles that. I think
yeah,
she marked down 49. So, but we're in the home stretch. I mean, you were talking the other day. I mean, this flag season's going to take us all the way up to if you get to Murfreesboro graduation.
yeah.
So um, home stretch, and then summertime. You'll be right before summertime starts. You'll be kind of picking back up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, we got tryouts.
Um,
We got basketball tryouts May 11th, son.
yeah. So
Considering we're not,
uh,
depending on what we're doing, if we're still playing, depending on if we're playing
sure.
or not. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, because our last night could be May 7th. You
yeah.
know, but we'll see. Hey, haven't had a chance to talk to you about this. Do you do a bracket?
No,
You don't. You don't do a bracket.
I usually do, but I just kind of forgot
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. So while we're on the subject, when when I lose my last basketball game of the year,
Hmm.
I am basketballed out.
Oh yeah.
Typically. So I just kind of really just forgot about it. Now
Yeah.
I did go and watch, on that Friday and watch the boys semifinals games down there at the Murphy Center, where I did not go
Oh, that's
last year.
okay.
But
Yeah. That's the first I heard about that.
I did go and watch on that Friday. So, so I watched a little bit of basketball. I just kind of forgot to make a bracket though. I don't know why. I made one last year, but
Yeah.
when especially like last year that you lose state championship game, I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
going
I mean,
back to that place. So I didn't go watch any of the boys games
yeah.
last year, but I just kind of forgot to make a bracket. But shout
Yeah.
out Tennessee,
I
baby.
get that. I get that not because I play, but when the Vols, when their season's done, or if they have a really bad Saturday, I go on like a purge ride.
Yeah,
I don't even. The Titans usually get the brunt of my frustration because then I just say screw them too.
yeah,
But no, so me and you were talking about this the other day. I have a senior class. Last 9 weeks, it's really hard in a senior class because they're getting pulled a million different
oh yeah,
directions. So, me and a couple of the guys in there, we didn't do one, but we've just been talking about ours. I did have the Vols making the Sweet 16. I did not have them advancing past Iowa State though.
okay,
So my heart wanted it, but my head did not put it there. So,
yeah,
so I get that. I would like to say that, depending on however this season for flag goes, that maybe I would do that too. But I got a couple of ideas. The other day I said we, and you corrected me real fast and said you've got a lot of ideas. So, of things that I want to try to see about, try to do in the summer, and things like that. So I may not be able to shut it down this year, but we'll see. And also for America watching out there, we'll throw this out there again. We did this a few months ago. If anybody knows of any land that they would like to point in our direction, we need a football field. We're currently practicing on a softball field, so that's something we'll start working on too. Or again, I'll start working on, I guess. Once the season gets over. But anything else you want to put out there tonight, T-Sab? All right, T-Sab. Well, until next time, we'll try to do it again. We'll recap your Disney trip. We'll recap if I'm able to get any kind of flag stuff going this week, and then we'll see what we come up with.
Sounds good.
All right, for TSAP, I'm Shane. This has been Totally Experts. Peace.
Sayonara.